everybody? I'm Alex Margulies, and welcome to our final episode of the Miracle Insider Show. Our last game here at Hammond Stadium is in the books. The season is over. This afternoon, Brice Zimmerman and I sat around. We talked about some of the fantastic players we've gotten to see this year with the Miracle, and we doled out our first annual Miracle Insider Show awards. All right, we're here in the beer garden. Even though the taps are off, it's still one of our favorite places to talk baseball. So Brice, let's get right into it, and let's go right into these awards. We'll start first with best breakout season, and a lot of good candidates for this. A lot of people come to mind, but in my opinion, I think you have to go with the catcher, Dan Rolfing. And the reason why I'm going with Dan is he's a guy that last year skipped low Class A altogether, came to Fort Myers, he played 41 games, and had his season cut short due to injury. Came in this year, I don't think he was highly regarded on the depth chart. Not sure if he was really going to get a ton of playing time, kind of as a regular, everyday kind of person, but things changed. Joe Mauer got hurt in the big leagues. Dan Rolfing got promoted to Double-A. Thought he was going to be there for a week. Ended up hitting 247 in a couple months and really made a big impact on that team. Came back to Fort Myers and he really assumed a leadership role. Had a great season with the Miracle, and I think it'd be hard pressed not to give him that award.
Dan Rolfing's an excellent pick, no question about it. But there's a couple guys that really could earn this award. Matt Tomshaw, left-handed pitcher, 42nd round pick this year. Pitched 20 innings as a starter, went from GCL all the way over to the Fort Myers rotation without skipping a beat, allowed just one run, but too small of a sample size. The guy I'm going with, another catcher, Josemiel Pinto. After hitting 225 in Beloit last year and only 239 in the first half, Josemiel caught fire in the second 70 and established himself as a middle-of-the-order threat. He hit 275 in the second half, 12 of his 17 extra base hits, and all 5 of his home runs. That's breakout, Alex.
Both good choices, so I'm going Dan Rolfing on breakout season. Brice, he's going with Josemiel Pinto. Let's talk top hitter. To me, there's a lot of guys that really make sense. In the beginning of the season, Chris Herman, Brian Dozier had some big seasons, but towards the end of the year, I think it became apparent who the top choice should be, and in my opinion, it's Oswaldo Arcia, 20 years old. The guy steps into the box, every time he makes contact, it's loud. Guy led the team with 7 home runs, only played about 60 games. I mean, he's got a real bright future as a hitter.
At the dish, Oswaldo's got everything, Alex. Plate presence, a great demeanor, and polish. He takes up a lot of the box. When he walks up, he looks like he's a major leaguer already. The only thing that he really has to work on to make it to the major leagues and be an everyday player is becoming more efficient against left-handed pitching. He struggled against southpaws this year. Well,
it's interesting because you saw him make adjustments against left-handers as the season progressed. Had some home runs and some other extra base hits against lefties, so he started to make adjustments, and you like to see that in a young hitter for sure. So I think there's no question between both of us. Oswaldo Arcia, the consensus pick for top hitter.
No doubt.
All right, our next category is top pitcher, and again, a lot of guys you could go with. In my mind, I'm choosing Andrew Albers. This guy really came out of nowhere. You could honestly maybe give him the award as breakout player because he had such an uncanny season. A guy that last year was pitching in Canada as part of an independent league, and he came in and he really tore it up. Andrew Albers had a stretch of 26 innings pitched out of the bullpen without allowing a single run. This guy really revitalized his career. And let's be honest, how many games did Andrew Albers keep the Miracle in it? There are a lot of games earlier in the season when the team had some issues falling behind early. Andrew Albers came in from the bullpen, gave the Miracle a chance to win, and that's why he's my pick for top pitcher.
I'm changing it up on you, Alex. I'm going with Logan Darnell, the left-handed pitcher. Top guy on the team with wins. Was 8-3 in his time here in Fort Myers before being called up to Double-A New Britain. This is a young man that consistently gave Fort Myers a chance to win each and every game. His shortest stint as a starter was 4 innings, so always giving those quality innings, quality starts for Steve Mintz, the pitching coach, and Jake Mauer, the manager. Also, he's a ground ball pitcher, being left-handed. That's going to help him out down the road. He projects as a potential major league player. His only hiccup, that's avoiding the big inning. Sometimes he can get touched up for some runs, but overall, I think he was the best in a Miracle jersey this year.
It's interesting. I have to agree with both those guys. Darnell's a good pick. He's a guy that was a 6th-rounder, already in Double-A now, making an impact for their playoff run. So 2 good picks. Brice, he's going with Logan Darnell. I'm going with Andrew Albers. All right, the 4th award we're going with today is for top prospect, and to me, I'm going with Aaron Hicks. A top prospect, in my opinion, is somebody that's going to impact the game in a major way. And even though Aaron didn't have a great finish to the season, he's got an impressive tool set. I mean, he's a guy that can make an impact defensively, on the bases. He's a good hitter, still young, 21 years old, still has a long way to go, but to me, if he continues to progress, I see him as a guy that might be one of the best outfielders in the major leagues.
Aaron struggled at times, Alex, there's no question about it, but we got a glimpse in June of how deadly he can be at the plate and what he's capable of. In June, he hit .337, had 11 doubles, and scored 19 runs. But it was how he got those doubles, stretching singles into two, two into three. Fantastic, aggressive baseball, plus the natural instincts of a born and ready center fielder. Aaron Hicks, to me, still has the top tools to become a major league all-star every single game.
A lot of players we could have gone with: Arcia, Morales, Beresford, Dozier, who was here earlier, but I think Brice and I agree, top prospect, Aaron Hicks.
Aaron Hicks.
Okay. All right, our final award today goes for the team MVP. A lot of guys we could talk about here, especially earlier in the season. I think it'd be hard to argue. Brian Dozier was the most important player of the team, first month, 6 weeks of the season. But to me, an MVP has to be a guy that's been here the entire season. And nobody played more games this year than James Beresford. Guy only missed 10 games this season and showed a lot of improvement defensively as the year went along. And to me, in an MVP, I want to see mental toughness. And that's something we saw from James Beresford this season. A player that had an awful month of June, Brice. He hit 161 in June. How did he respond? He hit 358 in July. I mean, guy didn't give up on the season, continued to play hard, and I mean, how many games did he miss? To me, MVP, James Beresford.
Alex, we're on the same page with this one. When I go to James Beresford, I give him 3 grades, all Ds. Dependability, durability, and dedication. This is a young man that eats, sleeps, and breathes baseball game in, game out, day in, day out. Needs to bulk up a little bit, put some muscle on the frame, and learn how to hit to all fields with some authority, but the tools are there for James Beresford to become a successful middle-of-the-infield major leaguer.
All right, so James Beresford, he's the consensus pick for MVP. That's it for our awards today. Believe us, this was not an easy task to go through and pick out these awards. There were so many deserving players that we didn't even get a chance to really talk about here today. One thing's for certain, though, looking into next season, the future is bright for the Minnesota Twins organization and here at the Fort Myers Miracle.
John Nicolette, I'm 42 years old. I'm a combination of the beer with all the food to the guy that just gets so into the game that I go crazy. That's what I do at every game.
I mean, I just like going to the game, taking my seat, and just decompressing, just enjoying really good quality baseball.
Man, we really had a blast putting together these shows this year, and we want to thank the players and coaches for being so cooperative. Let's take a look back at some of the best moments from the Miracle Insider Show. Hello everybody, I'm Alex Margulies, broadcaster for the Fort Myers Miracle, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the first ever episode of the Miracle Insider Show. Meet 21-year-old Aaron Hicks, a talented outfielder from Southern California who was selected in the first round of the 2008 Major League Draft by the Minnesota Twins.
And that's just, you know, throwing it just like a fastball at the end. You're kind of just it is what it is, a cut fastball, just cutting it off a little bit.
We're about 45 minutes away from first pitch. You know what that means? It's time to get some grub. I am hungry. Thanks, guys. Man, this thing is so big it requires 2 things of foil. These guys are the best. They always take really good care of us. It's going to be good.
Let's go with call sign Skittles. One of my favorite candies, and it's just kind of a catchy name, I think.
Call sign Skittles. That's in the dirt.
While both players have been keys to the first half success for the Miracle, you'd be hard-pressed to find more comparisons between the two players.
So when the ball's coming, it's a perfect angle to third base. Therefore, if you're bunting to first base, it's a direct opposite. So go ahead and set your angle early and bunt it to first base.
Baseball's not huge in Australia, you know. It's a small sport which is gradually, you know, developing and getting bigger. But yeah, if my oldest brother had never got into it, who knows? You know, I might not be sitting here talking to you right now. So
make sure to submit your story ideas to Twitter and Facebook, and we'll pick the best one for a future episode.
Probably when he turned 18 and we were in Elizabethton together, our first year rookie ball, we really started to see how good he was. You know, he was head and shoulders above everybody in that league.
And these guys are all, you know, Division I, World Series, All-Americans, all this and that, you know, and Joe's a lot better than they were.
Sneaking in the head and shoulders?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I didn't even pick up on that.
Everybody, welcome to the Miracle Insider Show. I'm Alex Margulies. You may be wondering why I'm holding a catching mask, but it's for good reason. Today, we're going to pay tribute to one of the positions that goes almost unnoticed in the game of baseball.
That is the catcher. The catcher's the one that's going to be running everything and making sure that whatever plans we've put in place are followed. And to me, that's where I'd play every day if I could.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of Miracle, obviously. I mean, when you're in this kind of work, if you don't get involved with your clients or your customers, there's really something wrong with you.
We'll see you next time. Our first season of the Miracle Insider Show really has gone leaps and bounds above any kind of expectations I could have had for it when I thought about the show back in March. I have to thank the Miracle and the Gold Clan Group for making this dream a reality. I'd also be remiss if I did not mention Brice Zimmerman and all of his hard work both behind the scenes and on camera. I could not have done this show without him. We leave today's episode, our final show, with some goodbyes from the players and the coaches. Thanks for watching the Miracle Insider Show. I'm Alex Margulies. We'll see you next year.
On behalf of the Fort Myers Miracle, I'd just like to say thanks to all the fans for coming out and supporting us during the season. You know, it's been long and hard for the boys, but you know, the fact that you guys have come out and supported us all year, it's made it a lot easier, so we really appreciate it.
On behalf of the bullpen, just want to say thank you to all the fans. Had a great season. You guys supported us all year and had a lot of fun with a lot of you guys, and it's been fun getting to know everyone. Really appreciate it.
Hey Miracle fans, just want to say thanks for supporting us for another season. You guys did a great job staying through us. I know we didn't have the best season, but you guys stuck with us. I want to say thanks a lot.
Hey guys, Stephen Little here. I just want to say thank you so much for coming out to all our baseball games, you know, being there with us through thick and thin, being out in that hot weather, supporting us. It was fun, and just want to say thanks.
Thanks for coming out, and I know the Florida weather is not the best, but thanks for coming out and supporting us. We really appreciate it.
Just want to say thank you to all the fans here at Hammond Stadium, and thank you for everything that you guys done for us. And we couldn't do it without you. A lot of support behind us each and every night. Thirsty Thursdays are a blast with you guys coming out, and we hope to bring you a new season in 2012.
Thank you, Miracle fans, for all your support in 2011. Hope we see you in 2012.
Thanks, guys.